Whit, first of all, congratulations, by the way.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you very much, Biz. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And people at home may be wondering, what are you saying congratulations about? I've had a hell of a week, and it's only Wednesday, guys. So, as I said, last episode, I believe, or maybe it was Chicklets Cup, I've been playing the best golf of my life. I had 7 rounds in a row, a week or two ago, where I was between 2 under and 2 over. Just consistent, nice golf being played. And it's good timing as it leads into the qualifying for the Mass Am, which if you remember last year, I almost blew it at the end, but I got in. All right. So I had that on Monday, and on Wednesday, today, you're listening Thursday, I qualified. I went to qualify for the New England Amateur. I don't ever know how to say that. It's at Concord Country Club this year in Massachusetts, one of the sickest golf courses in the state of Massachusetts. So I wanted to get in, the best in New England. So I'll go Monday, right? Now, actually, I'll backtrack. Saturday, Sunday, I played both days, and something went awry. And golf is the most cruel, hardest game ever devised, and you're cruising along, like I said, for a week, 2 weeks, and boom, you lose your swing. And you got to go find it. You got to go put it back together, and that's how it is. It's never, ever constant and normal. There's no normal in golf. It's every day you're changing. Every day you have different feels. Well, Saturday and Sunday, I'm like, you got to be shitting me. I've played golf like this for 2-3 weeks, continuing to improve, and now I feel like this with these qualifiers coming up. God damn it. Come on. So I'm a little nervous, but then I figured, dude, you just got to go play loose, swing easy. I've been part of my success, guys, has been, and hop in whenever you have questions if you do. Part of my success has been swinging at 75%. I'm just swinging easy. I'm taking a little more club, and I'm just swinging easy and balanced, and I'm holding the finish, and it's working. I'm not swinging out of my shoes. So Monday, I get a tee time. I told you guys it was at 7 a.m. or 7:14. I don't know. So I got up at 4:30. I went for my mile walk. I swam 15 laps in the pool. I got the body going. I had a Death Wish coffee. Shout out for the free ad. And I was buzzing. And I get down to the range at like 6:40. I don't like getting there too early. I feel horrible on the range. I'm popping up 5 woods. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. This is not what I planned on. But you know what? 2-3 years ago, I would have shot 90, but I just said, you're going to grind, you're going to manage your swing, and you're going to manage the golf course. So I'll go to the first hole. It's a beautiful short par 4. I hit it up on the green, 2-putt par, no worries. We're even. I go to 2. One of the harder holes at Marshfield, a big downhill drop and then a big uphill, probably like 415, I think. I pound driver to the bottom, nice wedge up top, 2-putt, get out of there. Buried like a 5-footer for par. I'm like, all right, here we go. Through a tough hole right there. I get to 3, really short hole. You can hit a 4-iron. You just hit something 215 and you'll have 130 in. But there's trouble. There's out of bounds left and there's trees right. So I take my 3-iron. I try to swing easy. I push it in the trees. But you know what? You know when I fucking knew this day was going to be good? I had a window about 6 feet wide where I could have punched it down to the green. But it was very risky and there were 100 trees. And all of a sudden I'm starting to realize, don't make doubles. You cannot make double bogeys in these qualifiers. Do not do it. Trust your wedge game. And what did I do? I pitched it out sideways. I had 130 in. I hit it to 10 feet. I missed it, but I made a bogey, right? And I didn't make a double. I didn't hit a tree and have it kick behind another tree. I was smart. Next hole's a par 5. I blow my drive right. I actually have to hit it up another fairway because I'm kind of blocked out by trees again. So mind you, I'm not swinging it fabulous still. I rip a 5-iron down the other fairway of the 5th hole. I'm on 4. And I have like 130 in, uphill, over trees. I hit a great shot to like 10 feet with my pitching wedge. I missed the putt, but you know what? I'll take par after that drive. 1 over. The next hole, I blow my drive right again, literally in the trees with a little bit bigger of a window that of a shot I knew I could pull off to hit it up towards the green. And I just cut a little 5-iron. I'm like 200 yards. It was a horrible drive. And it cuts up to just in front of the green, probably about 15 yards short. I hit it on the green to like a foot, tap it in. That feels good. That's a hell of a par save, Ryan. Well, I get to the 6th hole, which is a beautiful par 3, $190 into the wind it was playing. You're hitting from a top of a tee, and then it all goes down until the green back up. The pin was 190. I take a 5-iron and pure the absolute shit out of this iron. It's an absolute dart, right left of the pin. The pin's on the right side. I'm like, oh, be good. And then as it's halfway there, I'm like, dude, that is ripping through the wind. It lands on the back of the green and bounces long. I'm like, ugh. But you know what I did? New wit, growing up wit on a golf course. I said, it's all right. You hit a great shot. You're not in a bad spot. Get it up and down. Although I'm now chipping downhill. It wasn't a good spot to be in. I hit a great chip shot, and I hit it to about 6 feet. I was really thrilled with it, and I missed the putt. And I'm now pissed off. I'm like, that's annoying. You should have made that putt. But you got some birdie holes coming up. 7. Easy little short hole, 4-iron wedge to 5 feet. Can it, birdie, 1 over. Here we go. I get to 8. Blow drivers over these trees because I know it's all open because I've played Marshfield Country Club before. I got about 150 in. I hit it to the front of the green 30 feet. It wasn't bad because it was in the rough. Can it?
No way. 30-footer?
Yeah, back to even. Hit it. Might have been a 35-footer. Huge. Dropped in final rotation. Unbelievable putt. Go to 9, par 3. It's a $155 playing into a little bit of a breeze. I said, dude, take a nice 8 and just kind of cut this thing off with a little sawed-off finish. I hit this like 5-yard cut to a back right flag. I get up there. I'm like, oh, my God, it's 6 feet. The Mass Golf guy's sitting there with this camera, and I go video this birdie and tweet it out there. What do? I roll it in. 3 in a row, the turkey.
1 under.
So I get to 1 under through 9. I'm like, all right, here we go. Here we go. And I'm confident, and I'm like managing this my swing, and it's starting to feel a little bit better. 10's a long par 4. I actually hit a great drive, had 135 in. Usually you don't hit driver there, but there was room right. I'm in the rough. I flag a pitching wedge right at the pin, but it lands long. And if you've played Marshfield, the 10th hole, it's crazy. It's all sloped back to front. The half of it sloped back to front. Then you get up on this shelf, and up on that shelf, there's a hill behind that. So the pin's in the back, and I'm literally 12 to 13 feet behind the pin. I'm putting downhill, and I'm like, okay, this is very fast. And then after the hole, it's really, really like fast, gone. I tap this thing, thinking it'll maybe be a little short, but a good putt. It goes by the hole. It keeps rolling to like 40 feet. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. It's too good of a shot to now have triple the amount of the footage in your second putt for par that you did for birdie. I hit a horrible putt to like 4 feet. Now I have this for bogey. Can it? Big bogey. Whatever. I got a par 5 coming up. Par 5, I hit a good drive, laid up, hit it close. Actually had a nice little up and down right near the pin. I get to, that's 11. I'm now still even. I get to 12. I think the hardest hole in the course. 435-yard dog leg left, hazard right, trees where you may not find the ball left. I hit the best drive of my life, this high booming draw to 112 yards out. The other guys were like 150. I think one of them hit 3-wood, but I was like, holy shit. They both missed the green left. The screen's narrow. Pins up front in the middle. I hit a 54-degree wedge to literally 16 inches. Like, I get up there. It's so tight. I'm like, dude, toughest hole in the course. You get back to 1 under. You beast. Now, these guys are trying to get up and down. One guy did. One guy didn't. I'm waiting. I'm like, I just want to putt this. I started thinking.
Fucker.
I started thinking that you know where I'm going with this. And I get up there finally, like what felt like 20 minutes later. And I lipped this thing out. Talking about short putts, all right. This was the definition of a gimme. It was the definition of a gimme. I'm kind of on tilt now, which I shouldn't have been, but you're still even with a couple easy a couple gettable holes coming up. I'm like, how do you miss that? That's a wasted shot. And I'm going into this. I'm thinking I need to shoot two over. I should have mentioned that. 2 over's my number. You got to shoot that to get in. Next hole. Easy shot. You hit it 215. You have 120 yards in. I chunk an iron. Hits the top of the bunker. Rolls in the bunker. I got 110 yards from a bunker with a lip right in front of me. I get it out, but I'm 30 yards short. Hit it onto like 25 feet. 2-putt bogey. Okay. All right. 1 over. Par 3 coming up next. Hit this perfect 6-iron. It was like 175. Little wind at you. 6-iron goes 20 feet long. My birdie putt is 7 feet short. Missed that. 3-putt, 2 over. Are you kidding me, Ryan? Come on. And I'm mad, and I'm just like, what is going on? You don't deserve this. You're playing better than this. Next hole, I rip my drive right. It's in the hazard, like 1 feet in, where I'm able to whack it and punch out. I punch out. I got 100 yards now. I'm hitting my 3rd shot into a par 4. I leave it like 10 yards short. I'm like, oh, my God. I then chip my 4th shot to like 8 feet, 7 feet. Now I got to make this for bogey to go to 3 over. Now I'm above the number in my mind, the cut line, and I could easily make a double. I can the putt. Big time putt for bogey, right? I go to a par 3 next, number 16. It's 197 yards, back left pin. I hit an awesome 4-iron. I actually missed it a little bit, but in terms of like circumstance, tough green to hit, long iron, it was a good shot, 30 feet. I nestled up there to like maybe 2 feet. Like it was a good putt, but maybe misread it a little bit, but I'll take par and run. But I'm thinking I got to make at least one birdie. No, I'm thinking I got to play at least even par to have a chance, and one birdie to finish at 2 under, I think gets it done. 17, I bomb my driver. It's a short hole, whatever. Bomb my driver, actually 60 yards in. Chip it up. Thought it was a great chip. Releases hard. I got 15, maybe 20 feet above the hole. I tap this thing. I know it's lightning. It goes flying by 5 feet. Oh, my God, man. I thought I hit a shot that was going to be tight for birdie. Now I got another 5-footer for par. Can it. Big time putt. Big time putt. Looking back, I actually putted better than I thought. So I get to 18. It's downwind. Now, mind you, I have another round to talk about. So if you're sick of this, you might as well just really drive your car right off the road.
I think it's fascinating that you remember
every
hole.
So I get to 18, and 18's playing downwind. I gunned the trees on the left. They're like 280. I didn't even realize how quick the trees on the right came in. I hit driver. Had no business hitting driver, but am thinking par for sure, but birdie. I'm kind of birdie hunting. It's not a hole you want to try to birdie hunt either. I push my drive. What I think is on the right side of the fairway, okay, I get up there. It must have kicked right. It's like right in the tree line. But I have a window up to the green. I got to go low between a tree. I hit a 6-iron that comes out of like the wooded area like a rocket. All I want to do is be short because the green is legit back to front downhill. You could sled down this green in the winter when there's snow. The ball goes ripping over the green. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm like, there's no chance. There's 0 chance at birdie, and there's maybe a 6% chance at par. I hit a flop shot from long in the rough that lands on the exact top of the green, like where it began, and the pin's 40 feet beneath it, and rolls down the hill and actually gets to pin high, but 12 feet. It was an incredible shot, not to pump my own tires. So I'm like, dude, I have a putt, and I hit a great putt, but I leave it a little short, so it wasn't a great putt, actually. What am I talking about? 4 over. I'm so mad. I'm just like, oh, dude, I just blew that fucking round. I blew that round. What a loser. 1 under.
Kind of like in the sandbaggers.
1 under, 5 over. I know, Biz. I was just so disgusted. But then I get in, and my buddy, the one-armed bandit, Andrew DeRamio, my 4-ball partner, he's like, he finished 4 over 2. He's like, dude, we're going to get in. He's like, this place, it's windy. The greens are ripping. The scores are not great. We're going to get in. And I sweated it out all day, checking the scores. And about 4.5 hours later, I got into the tournament and 4 over, made it. So I'm back to the Mass Am at Catanset. That's in mid-July. I am fired up for that. That's going to be incredible. Last year at the Country Club, did not go well. I think it was 80-79, not even close to match play. Got to try to get in match play this year. So, any questions?
I mean, I'm just
not me.
Flabbergasted that you can remember all this.
I know.
I feel like your spouse supporting you through your golf habits.
Thank you, because she doesn't really want to hear.
She must go into robot mode.
She's not sitting through more than 3 holes. She's like, okay, yeah, let me hear about it.
Cole's notes. You give her the Cole's notes
again.
I've had enough. So Tuesday hit some balls, didn't play, and Wednesday same exact wake up routine because it's up in New Hampshire. I was 8:10. And the course was an hour and 20 minutes away. The New England Am, Connecticut, Vermont. We know New England, guys. Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut.
It's like JB Spiso setting your fucking tee times.
Exactly. So I drive up to New Hampshire. I get paired with a kid that plays at college. Great kid, hell of a player. And then another high school kid. And these kids are both, really good players. We get out there, par 5, first hole, like 490, driver 6-iron to 30 feet, 2-putt birdie, great start, love it. Next hole, like longer par 4, actually not long, whatever, 420. Hit driver, gap wedge to 12 feet, easy 2-putt, stay 1 under. 3, I hit it right into the trees. I punched something up into a greenside bunker, hit a phenomenal bunker shot to 5 feet, can it, 1 under. Next, par 3, 180 down the hill, hit an 8-iron, tried to end up being right of it. It drew, hit the front of the green, bounced in the bunker. I'm like, God damn it. Hit another unreal bunker shot to an inch, maybe a half an inch. It was on the cup, tap in par. That was a hell of a par. Get me out of that hole. 1 under still through 4. 5, rip a 5-wood down the left side, hit a nice 54 degree from 100 yards, middle of the green, 2-putt. 4, 1 under. 6 is 125 yards to this thin green over water. And now let me tell you what this rules official of Vermont says to me. He's sitting there on the 6th tee watching everyone hit, and there's a guy that's in the drop zone. And the drop, I think the carry the water was, 110. The pin's like kind of like just over that. The guy goes, "Want to hear something bad?" Yeah, sure. As I'm waiting to hit this like terrifying golf shot to a tiny green over water. That guy right there, he's hitting his 9th shot. He's put 4 in the water. I'm like, oh my God. I go, why would you say that to us? We haven't even hit yet. He's like, So I had a great shot actually, like 15 feet, 2-putt par, get out of there. Next hole, same thing, layup, 4 irons, like 50 degree, 2-putt par, get out of there. Through 7, 1 under. 8. This kid shows up. I got to get his name. Got to get this kid's name. He loves chiclets, apparently. Where the hell is this kid's name? It's going to drive me nuts. Matt Gover. He's a goalie and a golfer at Tabor. Unbelievable golfer. He's in high school, Tabor Academy. He's already exempt into this tournament. I'm trying to get in. But he shows up because I'm playing with a couple of his buddies. Well, what happens? I chunk a 5-wood. I'm like I was 200 yards out on this par 4 where I should have been 150. I then blow a 6-iron dead right into the trees. Lucky it didn't go into the hazard. I chip onto the green. I miss the putt. I'll take bogey. Easily could have been double. Even. 9, I hit driver up the middle, pounded it actually. Hit a nice wedge to the middle of the green, 2-putt, get out of the front 9 even. I have a number in my mind for this qualifier, and it's 3 over. I thought it'd be 1 stroke higher than the Mass Am. I don't really know where I got that from. I'm kind of looking back and thinking that made 0 sense because there's players all over New England. But the back 9 has 3 par 5s, and I've kind of started thinking and I've kind of started learning you can't just try to get a number in your head on what you think the cut's going to be and try to get that number or better. Like, I got to try to go low, and I have to do it smartly where I'm not forcing my game and I'm not hitting shots and trying to hit shots that I don't have in my bag. I'm playing within myself, but also trying to be aggressive and score. So 10's a par 5. I pound a drive, but there's a hazard right, and it's starting to cut a little bit. I'm like, come on, but it looks fine. But I'll tell every golfer, you know what I'm talking about. It's heading towards kind of the cart path. And in golf, there's some insane ability that when you hit a drive or a shot and it's going towards the cart path and everyone says don't hit the cart path, it fucking hits the goddamn cart path. Somehow the cart paths are like 3 feet wide. It always hits the cart path. What does my drive do? Hits the cart path, but doesn't bounce in the hazard. It bounces 60 yards forward, dude. On a par 5. Instead of having 220 into this hole, I got a $170. Huh. I mean, what a gift to just get another birdie back. It's now like a par 4. Well, I hooked my fucking 7-iron into not the shit, but it was a horrible shot, and hit this awesome pitch shot over this hill, landed in the rough, and rolled to 2 feet, tapping birdie. What an up and down. I took advantage of a bounce I got in my favor, and I get so many bounces against me at times, I feel. So I get to 11, and it's a short par 4. It's 350 yards. So I hit my 3-iron, and I got 130 in, or 120 in, and I hit a shot to a foot. Just another nice birdie. I've birdied 10. I've birdied 11, and I got this thing going. I'm 2 under. We get to the next hole. It's like a downhill 380, maybe 400 par 4. This is Stonebridge in New Hampshire. I'd never played it before, but I got some notes sent to me from some buddies. Appreciate that, Macario. I pound driver, and I actually have 75 yards in. I'm in a perfect spot. I'm right before this long bunker. But it's downhill lie, and the green's very narrow. It's very shallow. It's not deep. There's not much to hit. But I hit this awesome 60-degree nipper to like 8 feet, little slider right to left, can it. 3 under, 3 in a row.
Wow.
Let's fucking go. So fired up. I'm just like, this is, and I'd found something the night before with my swing after just feeling weird all day at Marshfield. It was just great feeling. par threes next, 205 yards. I hit my 5-iron just short right of the green, and I got a pretty easy chip. It's like a lot of green to work with, and I chip it up to 5 feet, maybe 4 feet, and I make it. Like, that's awesome, dude. You just get up and down after a kind of a weak iron, and you continue to stay at 3 under with a par 5 coming up. Well, here's where the issue comes. I get to this par 5, and never in my life have I had this feeling in golf where I was immediately panicked at how it was the tightest golf hole I've ever seen in my life. It is literally like a bowling alley, the 14th hole at Stonebridge. It's 550 down a hill, and there are all trees and woods, lost ball right, and the exact same thing left. Now, I didn't know in my head that left is red stakes, hazard. So I would be able to, if I hit it left into the hazard, drop up there and hit my third where it entered, okay? I knew right was like lost ball, out of bounds, you're re-teeing, playing a provisional, you aren't finding it.
That sucks.
And I figured the same with left. So I'm kind of like, holy shit. And I'm like, dude, I just need, and I'm not, I know I said I was trying to score as well as I could, but at this point, 3 under and knowing 2 overs probably getting in, I'm like, dude, I don't really need to go that much lower. Take my 3-iron. Now, you take an iron to lay up on a par 5 to feel more comfortable and to maybe not bring trouble into play and to kind of lay up a little bit. Well, I get this 3-iron in my hand, and I'm still just as nervous because it's still the exact tightness of the hole. It's like nothing's really changed. It was so stupid. Dude, I chunk this 3-iron 50 yards right into the woods. Lost ball.
No.
I'm like,
3 off the tee now you got to go?
Yep. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? And I take a deep breath, and I'm like, oh my, just what a stupid decision. And I take my driver, and I say, dude, swing hard and commit to this shot. Because I didn't commit at all to the 3-iron. And I tee it up after the 2 guys said I have to say I'm playing a provisional, which, by the way, I didn't even want to go look for the first one. We had to give like the what's the word I'm thinking of? The courtesy look. Like, I didn't even want to find it. It could have taken me 10 to get out of the woods if I did. I pound driver. An unbelievable shot to show up when it really counted. When if another one goes OB, I mean, dude, you can make it 9 or 10. Golf's golf. And I pound driver. I'm like, that a boy. That's how to respond. And I hit an awesome 3-iron from there just into the front of the green. And now I'm thinking, dude, I'm chipping 5 here. I get up and down. It's a fake birdie 6. It's a lost ball 6. It'd be a hell of a bogey. And I hit the worst chip to like 10 feet. Horrible chunk. And I miss it. Double. But instead of being like really disappointed I didn't get up and down for bogey, I thought, dude, you're still 1 under with 4 holes to go. And it was an awesome mental experience I had to like not panic really. And I was like, it was actually in my head, I was actually so proud of myself for making the double after that tee shot was that hard and that important after already putting one's OB. So I go to 15. I hit a 5-wood. It's like this weird, bizarre dogleg left where you can see the green from the tee. Terrible hole. I hit a 5-wood, and I got 180 in. If I hit a good shot, I would have had 130, maybe 140. And I push a 6-iron right, and I'm short. I'm actually just in the tree line. I'm like in the woods, but it's fine. And I chip it long, and then I 2-putt bogey. I'm now even with 3 to go. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you don't even fucking talk to me. Get out of your face. Get out of my face, Ryan. Can you get out of your own face? Well, par 3's next. 165 up the hill. I committed to an awesome 8-iron and hit it to like 12 feet and just lipped it out. But it was a huge confidence booster to just get back an easy 2-putt par. 17's a par 5, dead up a hill. It's 550, 100 yards uphill. And, man, when I tell you that it's another kind of terrifying tee shot, all I said before was swing this so smooth and so balanced and hold your finish. And I hit a nice one. It was a little up the right side, but it was a tight hole, and it was a great shot. And I hit 6-iron to lay up, which is a little too much because it put me 70 yards out instead of I kind of wanted to be 100. Well, I walked up to the green from 70 yards. I gunned it. It said 70 yards, but I walked up and I wanted to see what the green looked like. I'd never played the course. I walked back to my ball, and I hit it to 3 feet and knocked in a friggin' birdie to get to 1 under. And that is how you respond after doubling 14 and bogeying 15. You make a great par at 16. You birdie 17. Now you're in the driver's seat. Now you got a 3-shot cushion in your mind to make the cut of this tournament. and I go out on 18, and it's 4:30, dog leg left. I murder a drive, absolutely melt one. I got 120 in. I hit a gap wedge to 15 feet. I putt it up to a foot, and I knock in a 1 under par 71 and qualify for the New England Am. So let me tell you something about, like, when you put in hard work to something, and now, mind you, tomorrow I can go hit balls and I can be horrific. But when I put in work and I love this game, when you actually see results, it is the most satisfying feeling. So I'm pretty fired up, and yeah, that's that. I mean,
Well, first off, I guess, all right, I'll take it from
how
here.
long was that? Is that painful?
Wait, timeout. Congratulations, Ryan Whitney, on qualifying for both of those. And considering that myself, Mike Grinnell, and RA are the only people still listening to this, I think we should give ourselves a round of applause.
But here's what I'll say. In my fake clap, I told all you losers at home, to get off. And you know what? I bet you the guys who I said don't even listen because I know you don't want to hear it. I bet you they stayed. I bet you they stayed and listened. I bet you're listening right now. So listen to that golf talk and take it in. And Biz and RA, you two could have left also. Grinelli has to stay and listen, but that's because he's my buddy.
Yeah, I don't mind.
That does it for episode 275. RA, you are a champ for listening. I actually enjoy Witt's golf stories, and I pray moving forward that's the type of mental toughness you bring to the sandbaggers, because I'm sick and tired of carrying
Sandbaggers, I shot 5 under on the back against Crosby.
Great seeing you all. Have a great week. We all love you.
Love you guys.